What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and back another action figure review. This is my review of the Star Wars Black Series TIE Fighter Pilot action figure review. Now, this is figure number 11 in the Star Wars wave. I'm not actually sure if they're going to continue the box numbers. I know wave 3 is in continuance of I guess 2015. The 2016 wave is actually wave 4 and 5, which is coming out within the end of this month, beginning of next month. I'm not sure if they're going to continue the numbers because they are. They have told us that they are wave 1 and 2 of 2016. So I guess they are going to continue the. They're not going to continue just the wave, wave 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're not going to continue that. I guess they're going to just call it wave 1 of 2016, which I always thought was a little bit confusing. I mean, I would just prefer you continue the waves as they go on. I don't really see the point of stopping the waves at the end of the year and then starting wave numbers over again. I don't know. But talking about the figure here, I just wanted to a little bit of a rant right there just on that. But taking a look at the figure here, he looks really good. I've pretty much reviewed this figure already. If you take a look at my Special Forces TIE Fighter review, I did review the pilot, which was included in that set. So if you want to take a look at that, you can. But pretty much this is just a re-release of that. The only difference, logistically speaking, between the two are two red stripes going across the top of the helmet. Pretty much the paint and the sculpt are exactly the same as said figure. So, figure looks really good. I have to be honest with you. I'm not sure what the heck this crap is on the back of his head. Looks like I don't know, some sort of defect or something. Look at that. That is disgusting. What is that? Looks like his head got burned or something. Something hot rubbed up against it. Well, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, probably the real reason why you want this guy is so you can either A, army build, or B, put him in your TIE Fighter. He's going to pretty much be your gunner. You know what I mean? If you have the TIE Fighter already and he comes with the Special Forces, you're probably going to use him as your pilot and this guy as your gunner, because it is a two-seated TIE Fighter. Well, like I said, the First Order logo looks really nice on each side. Sorry, I don't know why my camera's so blurry today. It's probably the glare. Probably gotta back off some of this light. There, it's probably a little bit better. But it looks good on both arms. Doesn't look crooked or off-centered. The head looks really good. I do like the head sculpt, except for this odd wackadoo. I don't know what's going on with that head defect. So that's a little bit odd, but other than that, I really like this sculpt. I think it's really good. It's really crisp. It's got that nice gloss to all of his armor here, on his forearms, on his shoulders, on his chest, the helmet, even on his boots. Nice gloss finish to the plastic. Here you have kind of like a matte, or closer to a matte. So you can differentiate between the armor and the rest of the suit. Also including the gloss finish is the tactical belt, I guess you could call it that, or the utility belt, whatever you want to call it. Really good paint applications on the regulator here, on his chest regulator. I think it looks really good. And he does include one accessory, which is a pistol. And just a little bit of a paint detail there. Pretty sure it's the exact same pistol as the, or blaster I should say, as the Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot. So there's that. Taking a look at the packaging really quick before I get into articulation. This is a little bit of a read up on the back. So if you want to pause that and read it, you can. And it says figure number 11 on the top here. It also, flip it around to this side, it also says figure number 11, First Order TIE Fighter Pilot. And that's what the front looks like. Here's the picture on the front of the TIE Fighter Pilot, and it looks pretty good, you know, pretty self-explanatory with the packaging. Like I said, as far as his articulation does go, I mean, I've done this review once, but I'll do it again. His head is a little bit limited. I would say not so much going to his left, but to his right. Very limited because of this hose piece, and that's pretty much expected. But the head can look back pretty well. And it can look down nicely. We got some job turkeys up in here. Ooh, we have some job turkeys. No job turkeys. His head can tilt side to side. His arms can go up about that far. That's about it. That's maxed out. Down. Full 360 rotation. A single bend at the elbow, which is less than 90 degrees. A swivel at the elbow as well. He does have a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge, which goes in and out. And it is the same, I believe, on this side, in and out hinge. So there's that. He does have the diaphragm joint, which we're all used to, and it almost looked like he had a waist swivel there, but he does not, unless mine's, yeah, no waist swivel. But he does have the diaphragm swivel. Let me back off a little bit here. Sorry about that, guys and gals. He doesn't really want to crunch forward, or back for that matter. But he can pivot a little. No, can't really pivot side to side either. He can do the splits about that much. Really would have liked it if he could have been a little bit more flexible in the legs, just to kind of maneuver him into the cockpit a little bit easier. But the legs do go forward nicely. Good range of motion there. No problems there. Legs don't really go back too much, just a little bit past, I would say, level. The legs do twist. You cannot get a full 360 rotation here due to the strap connecting to the leg there. But you can get at least a 180 swivel. So if you need to, it's there. Double jointed knees. And he does have an ankle hinge, which goes down nicely and does come up nicely. Good range of motion there. And he does have an ankle pivot and 2 peg holes at the bottom of his stupid feet. I don't know why I called them stupid feet, to be honest with you. But just to take a look, I'm actually going to get him in my TIE Fighter, and we'll take a closer look at that in just a second. But first, before I get to that, let me do a couple size comparisons, just so you know. Here is Poe, and he is taller than Poe, so there's a back-to-back. And then we'll bring in the shortest guy in the line, which is poor Finn. He is smaller than him. I'm pretty sure Finn might be the shortest person in the Black Series line. Maybe Luke is a little bit short. Maybe they're the same height. I'll have to check that. But here's General Hux. Looks like General Hux has got a little bit of height on the TIE Fighter pilot. He should be. He is a taller character. That I do know. And then we have the tallest character, which is Captain Phasma, and of course, no one's taller than her. So, and let's take a closer look at him next to a Stormtrooper, and they're around the same height. The Stormtrooper might be maybe like a hair taller than the TIE pilot. You know what? I'm gonna find this out. Let's see if Luke Skywalker. I know this is the TIE Fighter pilot review, but let's do this just to see if I can burst any bubbles here. Oh, it's close. It is close. Finn and Luke might be around the same. Well, that's close, man. That is really close. I think Finn might have him, so Luke might still be the shortest of the Black Series. So there's that. I'm going to pause this really quick, and we're going to get him into the cockpit. So I apologize if I have bad lighting. I'm going to attempt to get the best lighting possible to show you how he looks with both TIE fighters, or both TIE fighter pilots in the TIE fighter. We'll be right back. Okay, and we are back, and sorry for the awkward angle here. Just wanted to show you both TIE pilots in the cockpit here. They look pretty cool. Apologize for the lighting here. It's not. I know it's not the best lighting. Let me just try and see if I can get in there. There, that's much better. As you can see, he is in the gunner position right here. Man, I'm telling you, if you haven't had a chance to get this TIE pilot or the TIE fighter, for that matter, I was actually meant to say TIE fighter. Please do. I mean, do yourself a favor. Please do get him. But yeah, there he is in the cockpit, and I think he looks really good. Okay, so final thoughts on the TIE fighter pilot here. I actually really like this figure. Even though he's very simplistic in his design, he's pretty much just a black action figure. I think he looks really good. I love the updated, I should say, not upgraded, but the updated look for him. I love that he comes with a little pistol here. I just really like this look overall. I loved all the TIE fighter scenes with the TIE fighter pilots in the movie. The TIE fighter is pretty much my favorite vehicle from the Star Wars franchise. Let me just set him down here. And I will compare him, my last comparison, I promise, in this review, to the regular TIE fighter pilot from the original trilogy. And he is a little bit taller than the original trilogy pilot. And I actually, you know what? As much as I love this design, I think this is the better figure, to be honest with you. I think the First Order TIE fighter pilot is the better figure. He doesn't look as stumpy as this guy does. Don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic figure. I feel like the paint applications are much more crisp on the First Order pilot than this pilot. I just feel overall he's just a much cleaner figure. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I like both of them, but if I had to choose one, quality, I'm going with this guy. Nostalgia, I'd go with this guy, obviously. But you can actually get these guys into the First Order TIE fighter. They do fit in there. So, I mean, if you are wondering about that, they can fit, and they fit well. I haven't had an issue with it. I would hope maybe down the line that maybe we'll get a regular TIE fighter from them, since we are maybe getting vehicles, hopefully an X-Wing down the line. But for now, just talking about this TIE fighter pilot, like I said, I would recommend getting him. If you see him at your local Toys R Us or Target or wherever, pretty much Walmart, I would grab him. I think he's a really good figure. Him along with the Resistance Trooper, I think they're both really good figures. I do like them. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.